Hello everyone, I am Ms. Tejal. I am studying in 4th standard A section. This is my English MDP. The topic is environment. Environment. Here I have written an essay on environment. Environment is a surrounding or a condition where a man, a plant or an animal lives in. This is our environment. Over here plants are there and the birds are flying, and over here this is the earth and we live here and we're surrounded by cars and things like that. There are two types of environment: natural or geographical environment and man-made environment. The geographical environment is also called as natural environment as it interacts with nature. Over here is the natural environment. The plants and animals, they make an environment. The natural environment for the plants, for the animals is the jungle. But the man-made environment for them is the zoo. This is our man-made environment. In our man-made environment, we have roads, skyscrapers, helicopters, parachutes, etc. Man has created for us to live. We also need these things to live, but that cannot stop us from saving the environment. For example, there are oceans, lakes, ponds, etc. They come under the natural environment. Fishes also live in the lakes, oceans, etc. But for the fishes, the natural environment is the lakes and all, right? The man-made environment for them is the aquarium. The earth gives us food to eat, water to drink, and fresh air to breathe. And it gives us many materials such as rubber from the rubber tree, etc. We have two types of wastes: biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable wastes. Biodegradable wastes are waste when we throw them on the ground, they'll decompose themselves. For example, the apple cores, fish bones, then cheese, this bone, paper, and the watermelon. The earth is a home for many different living species. And over here we have the non-biodegradable wastes. We should totally avoid these type of wastes because when we throw them on the ground, they will not decompose themselves. Instead, there are few insects in the soil. It will just affect the insects and the living organisms. For example, the rubber gloves, broken bulbs and batteries, and even the plastic bottles. Our earth purifies our water and cools our streets. These types of works are called as ecosystem services. We should also segregate our waste properly. At our home, we can segregate our waste by dry waste and wet waste. We should also volunteer for cleanups in our community. We should not stop. World Environment Day celebrated on 5th of June. Over here, this is the process of cow dung being turned into fertilizer. Before, I thought that cow dung was just useless. It's so stinky. Why would even people touch or use it? But then when I visited my great-grandmother's house, I discovered that they used cow dung as a fertilizer. I was so surprised. How could even a stinky thing like a cow dung be turned into a fertilizer? Because they collect cow dung, they put it into a large pit. They also collect leaves, twigs and put it on the cow dung. Then they cover it with the coconut leaves. Then after that, after 45 days or few days or something, they mix it and they use it in the field as a fertilizer. We can also shop wisely and we can also buy long-lasting light bulbs. This fertilizer is a natural fertilizer. We don't need to spend any money for it. It has no chemicals. We don't need to spend money at the shops to get some chemical-filled fertilizers. The Greater Corporation of Chennai has asked to segregate the waste in 2 bins and give it. For example, we are in a park or somewhere and there is nobody to monitor us. So after drinking plastic bottles or eating toffees, we cannot just throw the wrappers or the bottles on the ground. It will affect the environment. There's an allocated place where we have to throw the garbage. But in places where there are no dustbins, what will I do? I will drink the water and I will eat the chocolate or the toffees, and I will keep the wrapper in my bag. Then after I go home, I will throw them into the dustbin. The government has asked us to segregate in two bins like non-plastic waste and plastic waste. Now over here I have written some adjectives on environment. Clean environment, pure environment, green environment, safe environment, cool environment, beautiful environment, fresh environment, calm environment, lovely environment, kind environment, polluted environment, sustainable environment, natural and artificial environment. Over here I have written some words starting with EN. English, envy, entertainment, enact, enough, enemy, enjoy, enormous, end, energy, enroll, engage, environment, entity. Over here I have written some words ending with MENT. Pavement, cement, ointment, shipment, treatment, statement, management, government, movement, payment, attachment, punishment, assessment, engagement, advertisement. In environment, there is a magic, the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse and recycle. We can reduce the usage of water by turning off the tap so we brush our teeth, and whenever we leave our rooms, we can also switch off the lights. Reuse. We can shift from polythene bags to paper and cloth bags. Recycle. For example, if we have any aerated drinks, tins like that, we can cut them and we can turn them into pencil stands. And over here, we can save our planet by saying no to plastic. Now I have made some baby words from the word environment. Wet, net, ten, meet, met, men, inner, ever, rent, rod, iron, one, over, note, tone, term, timer, time, nine, mine, ton, ton, toner, even, never, move, venom, vent, tree, norm, rim, tin, not, inventor, mention, remote, remove, invent, motive, intern, event, remit, enter, meter, mentor, entire, invert, nominee, venomer, eminent, emit, vomiter, vomit, overtime, reinvent. Even though we know the 3 R's, we need to practice the 3 R's in our daily lives. For example, we can reduce the usage of the polythene bags, and we can also go for paper bags and cloth bags, because cloth bags also we can wash and use them again, and also over here we can reuse. We can, for example, if your clothes are too small, then you can donate them for charity rather than throwing them away. And recycle. As I said, if you have any aerated tins, etc., then you can also turn them into pen stand, pencil stand. If you have any projects, then you can also make use of them. Over here I have written 10 quotations on environment. Plants to protect air and water, wilderness and wildlife are plants to protect man. He who plants a tree plants a hope. The ultimate test of man's conscience may be his willingness to sacrifice something today for future generations whose words of thanks will not be heard. The only way forward, if we are going to improve the quality of the environment, is to get everybody involved. The earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. Earth was created for all life, not just human life. A nation that destroys its soil destroys itself. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. A little effort towards saving the environment is better than no effort. If you cannot reduce, refuse.